Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Super Adventure Island. So let's get started here on the fourth world, which I mentioned that we were coming to last time. This is a desert world. So in the desert world, things are a little bit trickier because most of the enemies come for you from above. So we gotta watch out for these Dennis Rodman penguins here, as well as those Charlotte Hornets mascots. Man, a lot of basketball references coming in here for a Canadian who doesn't follow basketball. Now the desert levels are a little bit difficult, as I mentioned, because of those airborne enemies, and also because of the fact that fruit is, maybe not scarce, but we have to use a lot of fruit sometimes, waiting for these spear guys to actually chuck their projectiles at us. So you can see I wasted just one fruit sitting there. If you mess up a couple of spear guys, then you're gonna have to wait, you could lose a good quarter of your fruit supply. So you always gotta make sure you got a lot of fruit on your person at all times. Or a lot of fruit near you, I should say, since you can't actually carry it in this game. Now, it sounds like good advice for real life. I got all of my nutritional information as a kid from Super Adventure Island. Probably explains why I have type 2 diabetes right now. I actually don't have type 2 diabetes, and, apologies to anyone watching this who does. It's not a laughing matter at all. Now, this skateboard is actually probably one of the worst skateboarding parts in the game, because I'm pretty sure it's actually impossible to get past that part that I was just at on the skateboard. When I say impossible, I don't mean impossible. I mean it's impossible for me. I'm sure there's someone out there who could do it, and I encourage you to look them up if you're interested in seeing some high-level Super Adventure Island play. For your casual level player, that is an unassailable fortress of spear guy and wall that cannot be passed. Anyway, that level wasn't so bad, and that one's usually the easier of the first three here. Now we enter probably the harder level of the first three, which is this kind of... It always reminds me of like Super C or Contra, where you've got to go up these mountaintops here, but you really got to watch out for these guys because they actually take 2 hits to kill. I think it's the first enemy we've encountered in the game that takes 2 hits to kill. Of course, if you have the fireballs, then they don't. They just go down in 1. You've also got to watch out when you're doing the jumps, because these guys can come out of nowhere almost. Particularly those Dennis Rodman penguins as well. At least it's not like Contra where you can actually fall off the bottom of the screen and get killed. But, whoa. Certainly don't mean to compare this game to Contra in terms of difficulty. But in terms of structure sometimes, it's... Come on! Come on! There we go. Yes. Now we finally got boomerangs, and we're basically just gonna move up. This is another level where fruit's a little bit scarce. Luckily we picked up a couple of bananas there. Sounds like an insult. A couple of bananas over here. Anyway. I think we're basically good as long as I keep doing pretty well up here at the top. There's gonna be some more of those. Yeah, this jumping guy is actually the most frightening of all, but if we execute a good jump up there, we should be okay, yeah. And now we enter the third level, which is the level before the boss. And actually we get another, I hesitate to say it, but we get another cutscene here, which is a nice change. This game actually had pretty good presentation, considering it came out in 1992. 19 years ago, almost 20 years ago. Good lord. Makes me feel old just saying it. Anyway, I like the water levels in this game. As I've mentioned many times, the soundtrack, fantastic. Just kind of chills you out, right? It's a nice little underwater groove. At least this time we're not inside of a whale, so they've clearly palette swapped it. We're in blue areas now, not pink areas, and we're having to deal with coral instead of whatever digestive enzymes were present in the belly of the whale. Still dealing with exactly the same enemies though. The seals and the stingrays only take 1 hit to take out, and of course the electric eels. Now the electric eels, a little bit more of a problem on this level. I mentioned in the last one that they shoot out electricity at you if they actually make it to the end of the screen and you don't kill them. Same thing here, they just send more of them. Game design 101. To increase the difficulty, just send more of whatever enemy there was before. This level, all in all, is not so bad. And actually, most levels in the game are not so bad. This is a really casual platformer. As a child, I thought it was the hardest thing on earth. Because, come on, getting hit one time? I had really undeveloped motor skills until I was, like, 22. But now it doesn't seem so bad. Particularly, having beaten games like Super Meat Boy and VVV. This isn't quite in the same league as those games. Also, but I kind of like that about a game. It's a game like Super Punch-Out, where you can finish it. You can have a bored Sunday afternoon and just finish it in one sitting, which is basically what I'm doing for you guys right here. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of the level, and I actually almost died there. Forgot to swim. This guy is pretty fucking hardcore considering the lengths he's willing to go for his girlfriend. I mean, she got turned to stone, and as far as we know, she is dead. I mean, I assume that when you get calcified, like in Troll Hunter, your heart just stops beating and you're gone. But this guy's like, fuck that, I'm taking that wizard down regardless. No matter how many whale iliums I have to swim through. Anyway, so now we have, Darth Vader here. This guy actually looks like a boss from a Castlevania game. But he is actually probably the easiest boss in the game so far. All we gotta do is goad him into attacking, and then do a jump, and we should be able to hit him on his helmet. And if we do that, then he'll crumble. I don't know why it's not working right now. Maybe I have to get a little bit closer. Very interesting. Here we go. Wait, take a swipe at me, do the jump, throw some boomerangs at him. I guess this guy is actually just unkillable. Well, that works every other time. Oh, there we go. Finally, I've taken him out. Maybe you have to hit him in a specific spot. But anyway, once you hit him 3 times, he goes down. This guy is actually pretty easy. I'm really not sure why those first, like, 100 or so shots did not take him out. His range, the problem with this guy is that his range is really short, but the range in which he detects you is really long. As you can see right there. Okay, finally. I was a little bit concerned with that boss fight, actually. I thought maybe my game was having some sort of glitch. Anyway, that is 80% of the game done. We have finished 4 of the 5 stages in Super Adventure Island. Next, we're coming up to the Glacier stages and the final boss, where we'll face Dark Cloak. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.